Welcome to No Hunger Zone, a presentation by Alexander Luna, Isaac Guzman, Jerry Ramirez, and Jacob Batson. The problem: there are millions of people suffering from malnourishment and hunger which they are dying from. Our solution is to provide a suitable environment for everybody. We will also provide a place on the internet where people will want to learn how to plant and also teach their friends how to. How is this relevant to us? We see and live in communities where people struggle with hunger and malnourishment because we once saw a mother and her little daughter on the streets asking for food. 11.3% of the world's population is hungry. The causes of poverty include poor people's lack of resources and extremely unequal income distribution in the world, and within specific countries, conflict and hunger itself. In 2010, an estimated 7.6 million children, more than 20,000 a day, died.
The people that we mainly want to help are the people struggling with malnourishment from countries like the Central African Republic, Yemen, Chad, which is a part of the Sahel region of West Africa, and many, many more. But our target audience is our own communities too. If we start teaching young adults how to take care of plants in their communities, we are first teaching them how to be responsible and how to make food for themselves. The results of our market research. We've seen that 35% of people grow foods in their community garden. We want to help increase this number. What we will do to help increase this number is to make pamphlets on how to farm, which can be used for the people in need. We will be doing seasonal changes to the calendar that will be on our website showing which plants are best to grow during that time in each country. On this graph, you can see from 2005 2018, from the people malnourished went down from 2005 2015. But then from 2015 to 2018, the number went up by over 30 million.
What we designed. We created a website and we are working on pamphlets to reach out to people to have a better understanding of agriculture, to impact the people who are affected by malnourishment and hunger in our own communities, but other countries too. Our challenge is to impact world hunger the best way we can. We have a website that provides master classes of information on how to take care of crops and also teaches young adults how to deal with malnourishment and the value of any food.
This is a sample page from our business website, and our mission here is to ensure a healthy and nutritious lifestyle to the people and children that do not have access to. We want this opportunity to minimize the percentage of deaths that occur each year. The more we unite, the more of a chance we have at minimizing world hunger. And here are some of our services: app management, educational video for kids, donation center, recipe books, hunger map, and crop care.
Our budget with the investor money from $5,000, we will be, our expenses would be the website cost annually from Wix, which is $216, then the website monthly cost, which is $50 from the Google engine, and the paper cost causing 5 cents per piece of paper, which we would get every 2 months, which is 5,000, which would equal out to $250, and the ink of all paper is $400. And the social media ads would be TikTok advertising, which would be $1,500, Facebook advertising $584, and Instagram advertising $2,000.
Now, what are our future plans? Our vision for sustainability and to scale our business in the future is create an app and travel the world to help people that suffer from hunger and malnourishment. The app would make our business more accessible and easier to teach young adults how to deal with malnourishment because it will be directly on their phones where they can share it with their friends or learn it by themselves.
Thank you.
Incredible. I have a question. This is, and I'm sorry to take some time off of the judges. Is anybody else doing this?
Most of the websites, they're either doing just nonprofit or like they're looking for donations and food banks. So like this is kind of like untouched.
Unbelievable. Okay. Judges, take it away.
I'll go first because I'm literally jumping out of my chair like you, Sonia. Guys, excellent presentation. Very, 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 very well thought out for a way to bring global awareness. One of the things I want to advise you on before it flies out of my brain. When you're starting up a business, you have allocated a lot of your money to advertising. And the advice I'm going to give you is lower that down a lot and go grassroots it to the begin with, and then get your paid for advertising campaign. There is so much noise on the internet that you can spend 3-4 grand like that and get not much for it. So I just want to give you that advice right out of the gate. The question I have for you, did you look at the, you said you looked at, in answering Sonia's question, you looked, no one else is really out there doing this on a global level. Is anyone doing it on a local level, say in the heartland in Iowa or Portland, Oregon, has a lot of community growing. And just curious, is there anyone local you can model towards just here?
I forgot what's the name of the website, but there's one here in Brooklyn that they're trying to grow community gardens like around upstate too, because there's like a lot of struggling people in the heart of Brooklyn, because you know how there's a lot of homeless people. Yeah. So there's actually a community garden not a couple like blocks away from me that like we try working out, me and my community. So that I would say that is something like we could like try to like look on.
A good place to start local. Awesome. Awesome. I'll let the other judges go. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
I have like in my mind, I'm just thinking of people you could connect with. So I just finished a business accelerator. So pretty much what you guys did all summer, I did, and I actually won second place this year. So there were a couple of people within the group that, 2 people I'm thinking of right now. One is called the Cultivators, and they have, they're thinking about doing community gardens, but with a mental health lens. But here's why I say that would be a great partnership, because they want young people to be the ones to lead and to do a lot of the peer mentorships. So it would be great for that. I'm also thinking about some of the ones that already exist. So like Harlem Grown. There is one in the Bronx. I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but there's some other players in the field that are doing like the community gardens, and you can always charge for partnership, right? Maybe there's a service that you do for them that they don't do by themselves, so that you can partner up and make a bigger impact. So that's something that I'm like really thinking about for you guys. And my question is like, what service do you feel like you're going to start with first? Because I saw you had like 6 different things, and I know the app is something that comes later. So what is something that you're going to start with now, and how much are you going to charge for it?
So first we would start off with master classes, because we can't really move on to the app yet. And we have to first get the investor money so we could start with the pamphlets. And so you know how kids our age, we don't have a lot of money. So we would probably start the masterclass charges from like $2.50 to like $5. And then we would probably like try to run ads on the side. So that would be like our only profit for now. But then if we get the money, we'll start making pamphlets and like try handing them out to get more like attention to our website. And maybe we could even charge them for it too.
I have an idea for you. Why don't you partner with nonprofits, right? So you charge the nonprofit, they pay you, the kids go free, right? But then you don't have to nickel and dime it, right? You don't have to charge so low of a number. You can get a really good price from them because they're not going to be the people that's running it, right? So you're charging them to run the masterclass for them, right? You provide the service, you got paid, the kids don't have to pay a dime.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, we got one more judge. You got about a minute left.
Okay, I'll try to make this fast. So a lot of questions, great presentation, great idea, great approach. What I was going to say is I like Shannon talking about going local with this, because I think the best way to proceed for you guys would be a hyper-local approach. The reason why is because with everything that you're mentioning, you want to help so many people worldwide, and you mentioned certain third world countries or countries that have marginalized communities. There's an issue of accessibility that I think that might have been overlooked, because not everyone's going to be able to access an app or has the ability to say, let's start a community garden. Like you have places where there are drought issues, where there's no resources available to them at all. So it's a great attempt to say that we want to try to tackle and help everyone in these situations, but I think you also have to look at what's happening in those locations specifically that you are looking to help. they may not be able to do what it is that you want them to do. But if you start local, you're able to grow out from that. So I was just wondering, like, going in the future, if you've thought about those differentiators. Like, there is a difference between being malnourished and hunger. You know, having accessibility to bad food if you're in a food desert, like in certain parts of Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Queens, as opposed to being in a literal food desert where there's nothing growing because it's just a desert, no water, no soil, no capability of growing crops and things of that nature. So just wondering if you thought about that, and if anything I'm saying makes sense to you right now, because I'm trying to talk real fast.
Yeah, we understand where you're coming from, and yeah, we were thinking about that too, like, because you know how some places there's difference, so that's why we were thinking how can we specifically target those places, and how could we change the plants to so it could cultivate better there. And some parts we can't really do anything because that's how the world is, and some things you can't really attack, but we would like try really best to attack any other country we can. And if we can't, partnership with the nonprofit organizations like Amber said, that would be also be a huge help.
This is an amazing idea. Thank you guys.